Good evening, Geoguessr fans, and welcome to Miriam's Geoguessr channel. It's Saturday the 21st of June 2025, and we're about to do the daily challenge. What do you reckon, Miriam? How are we going to do today?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play. Let's see how we get on. Let's play now. Where are we going first? What can we see? Oh, right, that looks like a big port over there. Oh, that's a really big port. So it looks sort of Mediterranean. What language is that there? Oh, that looks, does that look Turkish to you? Sure. Could be Turkish.
Could be Turkish, guys.
Oh, but they're driving on the left. Turkey doesn't drive on the left. So
Where are we, guys?
what language could that be? That's weird. Could be Maltese or Cypriot, could it? Just having English as the first language. Well, let's see if we can see what this port is. What's this here? Association for Abandoned Animals. AAAmalta.com. Well, that gives that one
So
away,
we're
doesn't
in
it?
Malta, guys.
So we're in Malta, so there's a big port in Malta. Let's see if we can find this big
The
port
Maltese port.
in Malta. There's Malta. So where's the big container port in Malta? Is it at Valletta? Can we see a big container port in Valletta? It sort of makes sense if it were there, wouldn't it? Can we see a big container port anywhere else? Well, that looks like a big container port there, doesn't
Sorry,
it?
guys. I got a tissue.
I don't think that, I think that's the big container port looking at that. I don't think that one in Valletta is a big container port. So that looks like the big container port, which would put us on this big road up here. Now, can we find this? Oh yeah, there we are, look. The association for abandoned animals. So that means we're about here. Let's just go back to the beginning. How far up the hill are we? We are
We're doing
Just
logic
a
to
little
get
bit.
close, guys.
just a little bit further up the hill. So that's the family park. Is that the family park right there? Just before turning the road. Yeah, that road's not there, is it? Right. So the road turns to the left and then turns to the right. So it's just before it turns to the right. So I think it is. Yep. So that road's to the left. It is about here. Let's give that a go. We're out there. Shall we guess that?
Yeah.
Right. Let's see how we get on. 5,000
1,000
points! Yay! Not bad. 18 yards. How have we done versus the rest of the world? United Kingdom. No, not quite. Unfortunately, other people did a little bit better. We need to just be a bit further up the road. But never mind. That's pretty good going. It's a really good start, 5,000 points. Oh, yeah, anyway, let's read the trivia. The name Bir Zabuga comes from Arabic and likely means well of olives or olive well. Origin of the area's long history of olive cultivation and agriculture in ancient times. Right. Oh, brilliant. That's a great start. So we go on to the next round now?
Yeah.
Right, where are we now? This sort of looks quite European, doesn't it? But not Malta. Looks a bit sort of Scandinavian, doesn't it?
Where are we?
Don't know, I think we'll have to look around. Did I see a flag there? No, I don't think I did. Can't see any flags. No, I think we're going to have to go for a walk round. Oh, there's a signpost over there. Let's go and see if we know at least what go see what language it's in.
Language is important to succeeding in Geoguessr, guys.
When buses are loading or unloading. That's in English. So, that's not Europe then. In that case, I wonder if we're in North America. Because, see, something or other funeral home. Yeah, okay, but we don't seem to be able to go that way. Since that seems to be out of bounds. So let's see where we can go.
Are we
this
in
way.
Australia?
Pinawachi personal care home. Kit Atamiskatin Ota Isko.
We don't know where we are, guys.
That's a bit of weird language, okay. I've not come across that before. The mystery continues. So, could it be New Zealand? I wonder if that was a sort of Maori language or something.
Country mystery, guys.
See, that's like the hedgehog. Who's in these cars to tell us? This road's too narrow to tell what side people are driving on, so that's going to remain a mystery for the time being. Sort of American looking cars, but you get those sorts of cars in Australia and New Zealand too. So let's keep looking.
Near the coast?
Yeah.
Is this a port
Okay,
facility or something, guys?
Right, what's that there? It's Future Stars Daycare Centre. Okay, that doesn't really help us though. Just say, I am really confused about where we are. Here's a little church by the look of it. Again, we can't go any further. So this is, I wonder if we're on a little island. I don't get that feeling that it's a really small island, but I don't really have a feel for where it is.
Let's try and find island in New Zealand, guys.
Yeah, plus we should go for New Zealand, because I just can't think. Alex,
We don't-
you can drive. Okay, let's head for New Zealand, because it could be an island in the Pacific, but I don't really know where. So let's plonk it in New Zealand, shall we? And guess.
Oh
There.
dear.
Right up there. Oh.
We only got 1
1
point,
point. That was
guys.
a bit of a right up in Manitoba. Oh. Ice Road Trucker territory. What's the place called? Rossville. Rossville is in the territory of the Norway House Cree Nation. Oh, right, so that's what the language was. It was one of the Canadian First Nations. Well, the largest First Nation community is in Manitoba. The area is home to swampy Cree people who maintain deep cultural traditions. So that's fascinating. So that's why we saw different languages of the Canadian First Nations language, which you don't see very often on here, actually. Looks like all these communities that don't actually have any roads to anywhere else.
What's a First Nation?
Well, because North America was populated by European settlers, but there were people living there before that, and so the people who were from native communities in Canada, they're known as First Nations. I think they call them in the United States they call them Native Americans. Yeah, it's like one of the places you get to on
Just
ice
a
road
bit of
truckers.
history, guys.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Well, it's a pity we didn't do so well on that, but at least we learned lots of stuff on the way. Shall we do the next one?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, this isn't in Manitoba, is it? What language is that, Miriam?
Thai.
Thai.
We're in Thailand, guys.
Right. I'm so glad you're so good at these languages. Right. I wonder if we're in Bangkok then, because it's a pretty big city. And it could be any city. I wonder if we can find anything to tell us. Right. That says Bangkok Cultural Centre or something. I don't know enough Thai. Miriam is brilliant at knowing what language is what, but neither of us actually know what any of it says. So we'll see if we can find anything which gives us a bit of a hint. Hang on, is that
It's a Thai flag, guys, so we're
you're right, it's
definitely
definitely
Thailand, guys.
That looks like some sort of government office or something. I don't know what it is. I wonder what the yellow
We know we're in Thailand, but we're in Thailand's equestrian, guys, like I always say.
Yeah, well, the fact that this sort of big government offices suggests it's quite likely to be Provincial Office of Natural Resources and Environment. Okay. So perhaps we're not in Bangkok then, because if we were, even if a provincial office, it would be the central office. Something on that one that we can read. Is that the name of the road?
He knows a bit of Thai system.
Well, it's just sort of how countries work. So look around. That's not the name of a place, is it? Thanon Summit Compound. I've never heard of a place called that. So it's probably a street name or something. So let's see if we can find anything which gives us a city or region or anything. What can we find? Sometimes one of those countries can be very difficult because there doesn't seem to be much English around, so it's all in Thai. So unless you actually know what the Thai says, you're in a bit of trouble.
We need to create a language list, guys.
Yeah.
Of languages we most need to learn.
Yeah. If it was like a Premier Inn or a sort of international hotel, and it said, Premier Inn Bangkok branch or something, and we can actually.
The Premier Inns operate all over the world.
Yeah, they do. They do anyway.
Just a hotel fact, guys. Premier Inns operate all over the world.
Yeah, let's see. Let's go back.
We've not got much time.
There's no Thai flag. No, we haven't do we? I think we're just going to have to sort of have a bit of a guess. So we know we're in Thailand, which is here. We perhaps not in Bangkok because it was a provincial office. Shall we go Vientiane, Chiang Mai? Chiang Mai is a big place. Shall we go there?
Yeah.
Right, let's give Chiang Mai a go. It was, oh no, it was in a place called Rayong. I've never heard of Rayong. The area around Rayong is famous for its tropical fruit farms, especially durian, rambutan and mangosteen. The annual fruit festival draws visitors who come to sample fresh harvests. Interesting stuff. I don't know how you can tell it was there. Must we need to sort of do a little bit of look around.
I was listening to something earlier about Thailand.
Oh, right, that's cool. Yeah, super. Right. Shall we go to the next round?
Yeah.
We're in Thailand again. Hang on.
No.
What does this look like? What can we see? No, this is Western characters. Is this Indonesia perhaps? Because it looks like an Asian country, a sort of a Southeast Asian country, but and it's a foreign language, but it's using Western characters. So that looks to me like Indonesia.
It's not in Indonesia, guys, but not sure where.
Is that an address? I don't know. Let's keep looking, see if we can find anything more said.
We're still looking for the question. We're still looking for where we are, guys.
Yeah. Busy place, isn't it? I don't think it's Philippines because there's more language in the Philippines.
There's more English in the Philippines, guys.
This sort of kind of fits with what we've seen before in Indonesia. It must be difficult driving the Google car through this lot. Is that a political thing?
I'm just glad no one got squashed, guys.
Yeah.
Because this street is pretty crowded.
Yeah, it looks like they look like Indonesia, right? So I think Indonesia is probably our best guess. It's just if we can find anything about where in Indonesia, which island or anything. It's going to be a pretty big sort of market sort of area, isn't it? It'd be nice if we could find sort of like a main street or something, because then you seem to get more international signs and stuff. What can we see here?
Just some crisp adverts, guys.
Yeah, there's lots of shops selling the same crisp. Oh look, there we are. That confirms it. Indonesian flag, so that gives a bit of reassurance. So I think we did pretty well to recognise it was Indonesia without much to go on, and it turns out we're correct. Still not much of an idea about where we are in Indonesia. I think we're probably going to
We've not got much time, so let's do it, guys.
Yeah, right. Any thoughts, Miriam?
Not really.
Well, shall we go for Jakarta then?
Okay.
It seems like a pretty big place, so we'll just go in Jakarta and hope for the best. Here we go. It's not Jakarta, but it's not too far away. It's a place called Cleargon. It's home to Krakatau Steel, the largest steel producer in Indonesia. Its nickname, Kota Baja, Steel City, reflects the city status as a key hub for heavy industry manufacturing.
I didn't see any steel factories.
The Indonesian version of Sheffield. Fascinating. Right, fascinating to see that. Shall we carry on to the
Indonesian
next?
version of Sheffield.
Well, Sheffield here is known as a steel city because it used to have lots of steel works.
Yeah.
Doesn't have very many anymore, but it still gets known as a steel city. Shall we carry on to the final round?
Sheffield is a city in the UK, but this is a mini version of it in Indonesia.
It might actually be bigger than Sheffield. It looks pretty big actually. But there we are. Perhaps we'll find out later. Final round. Oh, right. Railway track. Well, it's European, isn't it?
Yeah. And we're on a railway crossing, guys.
That's definitely not here. So it's somewhere in Europe and not the UK. Is that? Can we read that sign there?
No. I saw some crossing signs earlier, and they don't look UK crossing signs either.
Official. Is that Turkish perhaps? Anyway, it's eastern. It's in the east. Definitely not Western
Europe.
Yeah. Could be Turkish. Let's keep looking. Keep an eye out for flags and stuff like that. There's a sign coming up. What does that say? Go back a bit, read a bit better. Monica Escuveiruha is. No, I'm not sure Turkish.
Complicated language, guys.
Yeah. Don't know. My. We had.
I'm good with Asian languages, but I'm just not good with Eastern European languages, guys.
Let's see, is there any address on that one? Mushaki Viscadas that's the name of the. This is the garage.
I got hay fever today, guys.
I don't know. My instinct, just from what we've seen before, is Baltic. I might be wrong. You know, just it rings bells when we've been to Estonia before. That's just my feel. I don't know how you feel. Any thoughts, Miriam?
Not really.
Yeah, on the bins. I don't know the bins is too small.
Well, we are really is equestrian, guys.
Yeah, but certainly in the east of Europe is definitely right. I thought the language looked sort of like Estonia, that sort of area. So
We could be in Estonia, guys.
yeah, let's see what the junction is. See if there's any big signs on the roundabout. Can I see any signs on this junction? There's
Stop.
another railway. I don't think
So
there's
that
any signs.
proves we're not in
No, definitely
Turkey.
not in Turkey. No, that was
Let's
definitely
go
not
to the Baltics
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
we
yeah,
don't got much time.
Yeah, you're right. 12 seconds. Okay, let's head up to Estonia then. So
Let's plonk it,
focus
guys.
near Tallinn. How about that? And go. Completely wrong. Hungary. So we definitely were in the east of Europe, but fascinating. Okay. So that's Székesfehérvár was the royal seat of Hungary during the Middle Ages. It was where kings were crowned and buried, and where royal charters and laws were issued for centuries.
I didn't see anything royal.
No, we just saw a nice residential street, didn't we? Very pleasant. But certainly, it's given me a different view of Hungary. I didn't know much about Hungary. That looked very nice and pleasant. So let's view our results. I think it was probably just a bronze today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad, 14,000. But yeah, that one where we were a very long way away, and then that most recent one where not that close. Well, top 75%, so yeah, we've not done very well compared to everybody else either. Let's hope we do a bit better tomorrow.
Don't forget to mash that like button and subscribe.
You've got a good way of putting that, Miriam. Yeah, do subscribe to our channel, and if you've liked the video, then please do like it, and we'll hope to get you plenty more videos very soon. Bye!